Desert island items.
Oh, man.
It should have a little notebook that has the answers.
Suntan lotion.
Yeah.
Espresso machine.
Yeah.
And a generator.
Even though there's no real reason to be awake, you're stuck on a desert
I would
island.
not miss 1 second of that.
I definitely would bring a hand crank flashlight,
Ooh,
a machete,
don't need that.
and then something fun.
Conch shell.
Well, they'd be there.
So you could always
Mikey, they'd be there.
No, so you could always talk.
Nah, they'd be
sand.
there. Yeah, you bring coconuts too, Mikey.
Sand.
Well,
Inflatable palm trees.
let's see. And then the third item, I'm trying to, because people will say, iPod, where are you going to charge it?
Exactly.
Not with the
That's what I'm saying.
flashlight. That's,
Solar powered.
You have to bring solar panels too.
Yeah, solar panels.
Yeah. Does that count
Bathing
as one
suit.
item or?
yeah, bathing suit. Why not?
Why not?
Bathing suit.
No, but nobody's.
Brian doesn't like that.
Yeah, but nobody's-
All right, we'll rethink it.
Yeah, nobody's gonna see you naked.
This is easy. Just come up here. I don't know. Probably a really nice pillow.
Yeah, you need that. And a blanket. We're running out of options. Hand crank flashlight, machete,
Slippers.
slippers. Okay. Sure. Right, yeah.
I don't know how that
I
started.
heard we got abducted.
The car crash. Yeah, it's weird because the car crash rumor became the truth after a while. Like, that's what actually people truly believe.
There was somebody else that was in a car crash though.
I think
really?
maybe
On that
that's
same show, yeah.
Oh, okay.
right.
So it
that's
kinda
probably what it
spread from
blurred.
there.
And I don't know how that happened, that it became gospel truth, but
I thought it was because there were so many injuries that the only
way to-
feasible explanation would be that they were in a car accident.
okay, so here's what actually happened. We were shooting 2 videos back to back in 2 days, which with you know the amazing Samuel Bayer, and he's an intense guy. I'm just gonna put it out there. He was the
I would
most
say
intense
that.
guy we'd ever worked with, and we loved it. We loved every second of it. So we had shot the first video. Now we had given everything at that point. We were just completely exhausted, beat up. You know, that was the video for Welcome to the Black Parade. Now the second video, which was at yet untitled, and we're still not going to tell you what it is, but even when we were shooting it, it didn't have a final title. We had to somehow reach inside ourselves and give an even better performance and give more in about 3 hours time. It was the quickest video that Sam had ever made and the most intense. And something about the setting, something about the emotion and the energy of the song, something about everything that was happening was almost as if our whole lives were leading up to this point. It was our first and only straight performance video. There was no tricks, there was no gimmick, there was no story, there was no extras. It was
Stunt
just
people.
no stunt people. It was just the band. So what actually then happened was we got completely nuts. It was like Lord of the Flies. And I've never seen us give that performance. It was the most intense performance ever. So, as a result of that, a couple injuries happened. I tore all the ligaments in my foot, and it was really brutal. We thought it was broken. Later on, I went to the hospital, and they had told me that it's actually worse than a break because you can't put a cast on it. We still did it. We still kept going, and we all got hurt. We all got cuts all over our faces, everything. And Bob, for the last shot of the video, I don't know how he did it, but his leg was being burned so bad from this fire that was on set. And he still stayed there so he can get the shot. But what ended up happening is back of his left leg got a 2nd and 3rd degree burn on the calf area, right? Mm-hmm. And so it was really bad. But he stayed there, and then we're all standing there. Now, we're just almost mortified and just confused and just shocked
It's
by
shocking
this
how
fire.
hot it
Yeah.
was. Like even for us being like, I would say like maybe 10 more feet away from the
Right.
fire than
Yeah,
Bob
right,
was.
right. Feel your,
Like yeah, I was
face
like, oh
is
man, like
melting
I'll
off.
never, I
Right.
won't have to shave ever again.
Right, it was like that.
Scar
Like,
tissue,
the
but
back of my head just started singeing.
yeah,
Yeah, and so we were almost like consumed by this flame. It was a wall of fire, and we're looking at it, and we're like, "Oh my god!" And then Bob goes, all of a sudden, he snaps us out of it, and he goes, "I got to get out of here." Right?
I
What'd you
remember at that point, I was so tired, and it was the last shot that we were going to do, and I don't know really how to explain it, but there was some stuff that was being burned that that basically once the shot was over, it was gone completely. We couldn't recreate it because everything was being burned. So at that point, I was having problems lifting my arms, and we were all just like really, really tired. And I kind of felt I was kind of starting to get burned, and then I was like, this really hurts really bad. And then I kind of started to look to see if my leg was on fire, and then at that point I was like, all right, I'm just going to hold on as long as I can. I'm already in pain, like, we'll just see how far we can get with it. And somehow it was to the end of the song, and it was the last shot. You could see it. There's a camera up on me, and I don't remember exactly what I said, but I was like, I
gotta leave.
I gotta go or something, and you just see me like run off the shot, like. But it's definitely, we watched playback from that shot, and it just by the fact that we are all kind of in pain,
Right.
It looks amazing. Like, it looks really good, so it's worth it.
So fast forward to the next day, me and Bob in the emergency room together, and
And then I got gangrene.
then
Yeah,
he got
I'd like to
gangrene.
fast forward to that.
Fast forward to
Please.
Japan.
His
leg
looking like guacamole.
We should apologize also to the people of San Diego. We missed that show, Street Scene. We're really upset about it. We were literally in the hospital.
We tried really hard.
Yeah, 7 a.m. the morning of the show. There's doctors looking at me and Bob going, "You guys can't play. Are you crazy?" I left on crutches. He was all bandaged, and but then in Japan,
We
Bob,
still, even in San Diego, we were like, we don't really care what the doctors say. We're gonna go try and do this. And
Yeah.
we drove from L.A. to San Diego in the middle of the night. Ended up getting somewhere to practice, and we tried all night, and we just couldn't do it. It wouldn't work.
That's what happened to us.
Yeah. Basically, the hour every night we get to play. I mean,
Yeah,
you know, that's the thing.
The number one.
Because that's not, well, it's hard to say because that's not even really the job, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I think everything else surrounding that kind of sometimes resembles a job,
Yeah.
you know? But the playing is the part that's what you do everything else for. It's like, you know, that's the gold, the pot of gold at the end of it.
Yeah, it is. It is.
So awesome.
It's
I
that
love it.
1 hour that we perform together on stage, and we get to show everybody in that room what we're made of. That's the best part of the job. There's a lot of other benefits to the job as well, which is you get to travel the world with your best friends. You get to see crazy stuff when you get to see it. But you also have experiences that you almost don't realize how crazy they are when they're happening. And then you reflect later and go, wow, we did that? Like, that's nuts. Like, so... it's kind of like you grow up and you age so fast when you're on the road that, like, from each tour, your face, I believe, never looks the same as soon as the tour's over because you go through so much. I think the biggest impact, though, is mentally what it does to you. It makes you grow up real fast, makes you a better person, and it's there for you. I mean, this band, more than in so many ways, like, has been there for us mentally, and it's really helped us out. If anybody would like to add.
Yeah, it definitely gives you a big release. It's an outlet where you can put all your frustrations and creativity, all the great things that happen to you, all the bad things that happen to you, and really just put it into like a diary for everyone to read almost and listen to. And I think music for us has been our best friend, sometimes our enemy, and you know, that one confidant that you can always talk to and put everything you have into.